We always start with the NFL on a Monday. A couple of tough beats from the get-go. The Browns had the lead in the third quarter, catching double digits, and then Kaiser got hurt. You also had that shit show where he tried a quarterback sneak and audible from the 2-yard line where they were out of timeouts and the clock ran out. That was tough as Detroit gets the money and wins by 14. Also, the Titans get hooked in a game that looked like they were ready to dominate Cincinnati. A long touchdown to A.J. Green. Titans come back to win, but they don't get the money either.
Yeah, a couple of tough beats. Of course, I had a rough weekend, Paul. I was on both of these wrong sides, unfortunately. But with Cleveland, I mean, first downs, 26-16 in favor of the Browns. This is a double-digit dog. Total offense, 413 to 345 in favor of the dog. But what'd they do? They screwed up a scoring chance at the end of the first half. The tight end trying to get the first down gives up a fumble 6 in the other direction. And then, of course, you have the Kaiser getting hurt. You have the Kaiser pick in the end zone at the end of the game when they were coming through for the back door. Brutal for Cleveland, no question. Titans weren't quite as bad. It was a game that Tennessee dominated, but they didn't take advantage. They had to fumble. You know, the worst rule in the NFL, when you fumble and it hits the pylon, and oh, by the way, now it's the other team's ball and it's out at the 20-yard line. That's tough. Yeah, Tennessee had one of those in the fourth quarter. They had the missed field goal, and of course they ended up getting hooked by Cincinnati in a game that if you're the Tennessee, you're like, okay, don't score that last touchdown. Just send it to OT because we're going to win by 6 in the extra frame. Didn't happen for Tennessee backers. Cincy got the money.
Bad bets. It's hard to bet a low total like this in today's NFL. Chicago, Green Bay, 38 down to 36. That went over. I don't know why they were betting the Steelers. Mike Tomlin is horrible against bad teams. They're lucky they escaped with the win by 3. The Bills took money. Oh, my God. Run out. That was 47-3 until the Bills scored with a minute left. And the Giants, they have absolutely quit on McAdoo. Plus 1.5 went off a 3-point favorite. They allowed the 49ers to get 8 yards per play.
Yeah, we talk about certainly Buffalo. I said I had a crap weekend. Well, let's put it this way. The Bills are my big play on Sunday. Ooh. A no-show from Buffalo. I don't even know if it's a no-show. New Orleans went there and flat out kicked their ass start to finish. Both sides of the football. Very, very impressive performance from a team that has now won 7 in a row and is, without a doubt, this week's flavor of the week when it comes to the NFC. You talk about all that Giants money. I mean, I didn't understand it. Great tweet from Joe Fortenbach. Giants have zero interest in tackling anybody. McAdoo better hit up that Southwest app at the half. He ain't flying home on the team charter. McAdoo did fly home on the team charter. That being said, the Giants, the effort was awful in that loss to San Francisco. And, of course, we have to talk about the dumbest challenge of all time, Pauly. I mean, and then remember, that Packer game against the Bears went over the total despite the dumbest challenge of all time. The 7 points that Green Bay won by, yeah, Chicago could have had those. They would have had first and goal at the 2. First and goal at the 2. But John Fox did. Oh, goodness. John Fox decided to challenge. He thought the runner got in. Instead, it was ruled a fumble. Here's a tweet from Football Zebras. Bears challenged an out-of-bounds call for a touchdown. However, since the runner did not have control of the ball when ball touched the pylon, not only is there no TD, but it is a touchback loss of possession. Because the ruling changed, the Bears actually won the challenge. Great tweet from Adam Hill here in Las Vegas, sports writer for the Review-Journal. McCarthy just got out-dumbed. Yeah, he did. And, of course, the 7 points that the Bears didn't get there, that was the difference between the game being tied at the end of regulation and not being tied at the end of regulation. That was tough. You had Chicago.
Horrible. First and goal from the 1. Why would you challenge something? Ridiculous. Bad for the books. An avalanche of Rams money. There was a $400,000 bet at one property here in town. Rams get the easy win over the Texans. Savage might be worse than Hundley. Falcons from 3 to 3.5. Cowboys, no Elliott, but the big story was no Smith and no Lee, as Prescott was pummeled all day by the Atlanta defense running for his life.
Sure. Here's a tweet from ESPN Stats and Info talking about the Rams. The Rams have tallied 296 points in Sean McVay's first 9 games as an NFL coach. The only coach in the Super Bowl era with more points scored in his first 9 games as a head coach is Mike Martz, when the 2000 St. Louis Rams scored 354 points. That's the type of historic pace the Rams are on through the first 9 games of the season, and the books took a beating with LA money yesterday. Here's a tweet from NFL Research. Dak Prescott has been sacked 4 times in the first half today. That's twice as many sacks he has taken in any complete game this season. And you nailed it, Pauly. Yeah, sure. Zeke Elliott matters. Tyson Smith matters. Adrian Claiborne with 6 sacks. That's the second most sacks in any game since sacks became a stat in 1982. Derek Thomas once had 7.
All right, pros versus Joes, 25-18 year-to-date, 2-3 in Week 10. I'm surprised they bet the Steelers. They got what they deserved there. Winner with the Chargers, who blew another game. More on that coming up. Browns loser, Falcons winner, Giants loser. The Joes, 9-2-2 the last 3 weeks. Not bad. Loser with the Jets, winner with the Saints, Rams, and Patriots, and they lost with the Cowboys.
Sure. I mean, it's been a nice run for recreational players here late October into November. The last 3 Sundays, just from a straight-up fashion, favorites have won 28 of 34 games. Favorites doing real good. And you talked about the Chargers. They got the money. Here's the tweet from ESPN Stats and Info talking about the ugliest finish of the day, where both teams tried to give it to the opposing team in the closing minutes. The Chargers have lost 14 games by 1 possession since the start of last season. That's the most in the NFL in that span. Yes, from a mainstream perspective, that's exactly what happens with the LA Chargers. But that's the difference between the mainstream media and Sportsbet. The Chargers covered, brah. Again, they've been great road dogs. I've got them at 67% ATS on the highway as road dogs since the start of 2016.
Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.